everyone! Welcome back to Podcast with Chico. Today's topic is meeting a new friend, how to chat naturally with new people.
That's right. We'll share useful phrases, friendly expressions, and simple conversation tricks you can use when meeting someone new.
Okay, let's begin. Imagine this. You meet someone for the first time at a cafe.
Oh, I like that. So, what's the first thing you might say?
You could start with, "Hi, I'm Sophia. Nice to meet you."
And the other person might reply, "Hi, I'm Harry. Nice to meet you too."
Then you can say something like, "Is this your first time here?" Or, "Do you come here often?"
Great. And maybe, "I like the music here," or "The coffee smells so good." Small talk helps break the ice.
Yes. And you can ask, "So, what do you do?" Or, "Where are you from?"
Or say something like, "That's interesting. Really?" Or "Wow, tell me more." It keeps the chat alive.
Exactly. You can also show kindness by saying, "That sounds fun," or "You seem really nice," or "It's great talking with you."
And don't forget, if you want to keep in touch, say, "Let's stay in contact," or "Can I add you on social media?"
Right. Or if you're leaving, "It was so nice meeting you. Hope to see you again soon. Take care."
Perfect. These simple lines make you sound natural, friendly, and confident when meeting someone new.
In the next part, we'll practice real conversations using these phrases step by step, perfect for shadowing practice and pronunciation.
Stay tuned, keep smiling, and let's make English fun together.
See you in the next part.
Let's continue our conversation practice. This time, we'll show you how to chat naturally after saying hello.
Yeah. So imagine you've already said, "Hi, I'm Sophia. Nice to meet you." And, "Hi, I'm Harry. Nice to meet you too." Now what comes next?
You can keep the talk going with simple questions like, "How's your day going?" Or, "What brings you here?"
That's great. Or maybe, "Are you here with friends?" Or, "Do you live around here?" Those are very natural.
Exactly. And when you answer, use short, friendly replies like, "Yeah, I just came to relax," or "I live nearby."
You can also add small comments. For example, "It's such a nice day today." Or, "The weather's perfect for a walk." Yes, those are friendly and easy ways to make people comfortable. You can also say, "I love this place," or "The people here are so nice."
If you want to keep talking, try using follow-up phrases like, "Really? That's cool." "No way." Or, "I didn't know that."
Those phrases show interest, and that makes people want to talk more.
You can also give small compliments like, "You have a nice smile," or "I like your style."
Just keep it natural and polite. You could also add, "You seem really friendly," or "It's easy to talk with you."
And don't worry if the conversation is short. You can always end it nicely by saying, "It was great meeting you," or "Hope we talk again soon."
Exactly. Those little phrases help you sound kind and confident.
In the next part, we'll show how to keep the conversation going longer, ask fun questions, and use friendly expressions people use every day.
Stay with us, and remember, the more you practice, the easier it gets.
In this part, we're going to learn how to make your conversation feel more natural, friendly, and personal when you meet a new friend.
Yeah, by now, you've already said hello, asked a few questions, and shared a bit about yourself. So what's next? It's time to make a real connection. Exactly. Let's start with showing interest. You can say, "That's really interesting. I'd love to hear more about that." Or, "Tell me more. How did you get into that?"
And if someone tells you about their hobby, you can react naturally. For example, "Oh, you play guitar? That's so cool." Or, "Wow, you must be really talented."
Yes, compliments make people feel good. Try phrases like, "You seem really passionate about that," or "That's a great skill to have," or "I admire that."
Also, use connection phrases. Things that show you have something in common. For example, me too. I love that as well. Or, I feel the same way.
Right. If someone says, I like traveling, you can reply, same here. I love discovering new places. It makes your chat friendly and natural.
You can also ask deeper questions like, what do you like most about it? Or, how did you start doing that?
And when your friend shares something personal, it's nice to respond with empathy, like, that makes sense, or I can totally relate, or I understand how you feel.
These small phrases show care and make your conversation feel more real and kind.
Yes, and you can share a little about yourself too. For example, I started painting last year. It helps me relax. Or, I also love trying new foods when I travel.
That's great. It helps your new friend learn more about you, and it keeps the talk balanced, not one-sided.
Exactly. And when you both laugh or enjoy something, say, you're so funny, or you make me laugh, or this is fun talking with you.
Then you can naturally move to friendly closing lines, like, I'm really glad we met, or we should hang out again, or let's keep in touch.
And if you want to end politely, say, it was really nice talking to you. Hope to see you again soon. Or, take care and have a great day.
Beautiful. All these little expressions, compliments, reactions, and connection phrases help you sound friendly, confident, and natural when meeting new people.
In the next part, we'll practice these phrases inside a real conversation, step by step, so you can use them easily in everyday life.
So stay tuned, practice along, and remember, making friends in English starts with one small hello.
When you want to keep the conversation lively, use reaction words to show you're really listening, like, wow, that's amazing. Oh, really? No way.
Yes, those small reactions make you sound alive and friendly. You can also say, that's so cool. I didn't know that. Or, you're kidding, to keep the energy high.
And if you want to sound more natural, add soft comments like, I know, right? That's true. Or, I totally agree. These make the talk sound like real daily English.
You can also show understanding by saying, I get what you mean. Or, that happens to me too. Or, I've been there before. It makes your new friend feel connected.
Exactly. And don't forget to use short echoes. Repeat part of what the other person says. For example, Harry says, I love hiking. And you reply, hiking? That sounds great. Where do you usually go?
That's a great trick. It helps keep the conversation natural and shows you're paying attention.
You can also use interest phrases to continue, like, that reminds me, or speaking of that, or by the way, to change topics smoothly.
For example, speaking of travel, do you like beaches or mountains? Or, by the way, have you ever tried camping?
Perfect. And when you want to sound polite but friendly, add softeners like maybe, I guess, or kinda. For example, I guess I'm more of a morning person. Or maybe we can go together sometime.
You can also encourage the other person to share more. Say things like, go on. What happened next? Or, that sounds interesting. Tell me more.
And if you want to show excitement or care, say, that must be amazing, or you must feel proud, or I'm so happy for you.
These friendly phrases make your tone kind and natural, not too serious, not too formal.
You can mix in short replies like, uh-huh, yeah, right, or I see. They sound simple, but make your English flow smoothly.
And when you both laugh or enjoy the moment, say, you're fun to talk to, or I like your sense of humor.
Exactly. When you use these soft reactions, connection phrases, and friendly sounds, you sound like a real English speaker, not just a learner. When you meet a new friend, sometimes there's a short pause, and that's totally fine. You can fill that quiet moment with simple small talk phrases like, "So, that's interesting," or "I was just thinking." They keep the chat flowing.
Right. And if the other person looks shy, you can make it easier for them. Say something like, "Don't worry, I'm a little shy too." Or, "Take your time, I like listening." That helps them relax.
You can also use positive comments to make people feel comfortable. "You're really easy to talk to," or "You have a nice way of explaining things," or "You seem like a fun person."
And remember to ask open questions, not just yes or no ones. For example, what do you usually do on weekends? Or what kind of movies do you like? Or how do you spend your free time?
Those questions help people share more. And then you can reply naturally with short stories or feelings like, "Oh, I usually go out with friends," or "I love relaxing at home with a good movie."
You can also react with emotion words, like, "That's awesome! I'd love to try that." Or, "That sounds relaxing." Or, "That must be fun."
And if you want to sound even more natural, use linking phrases like "actually," "to be honest," "you know," or "well." These make your voice sound more real and fluent.
For example, "Well, I don't go out much, but I like reading." Or, "Actually, I prefer quiet places." These sound very natural in daily speech.
Another tip, use shared experiences. Say, "I know what you mean," or "That happens to me too," or "Yeah, I've had the same experience."
And don't forget to laugh a little when something is funny. You can say, "Ha ha, that's hilarious." Or, "You're making me laugh." Or, "You're really funny."
When you show real reactions, people feel you're friendly and open. It's not just about words, it's about tone, rhythm, and emotion.
You can even use light transitions to move to new topics, like, "Oh, that reminds me." Or, "Speaking of that," or, "By the way." These connect ideas smoothly.
And when you agree, you can use easy short phrases like "exactly," "definitely," "for sure," or "I totally agree."
You see, just a few natural sounds, kind words, and emotional expressions make any small chat sound friendly and confident.
It's all about balance, listening, reacting, and sharing in a natural way. Another way to make your conversation smooth is to show curiosity about what the other person says. You can ask, "Really? How did that happen? What was that like?" Or, "Can you explain more?"
Yes, and when they share something exciting, react with energy. Like, "Wow, that's amazing!" Or, "No way, that's so cool!" Or, "I can't believe it!"
You can also share small personal feelings to connect. For example, "I feel the same way," or "That makes me happy too," or "I was thinking about that recently."
And don't forget friendly encouragement. Say things like, "That sounds great, keep it up." Or, "I'm sure you're doing amazing." Or, "You should be proud of that."
Using short confirmations helps too. Words like "uh-huh," "yeah," "right," or "I see" make you sound attentive without interrupting.
Another tip, repeat or echo part of what they said to show interest. For example, if they say, "I love baking," you can reply, "Baking? That sounds fun. What kind of things do you usually make?"
That's a great way to keep the conversation going naturally. You can also use soft phrases like "I guess," "maybe," or "kinda" to sound less formal. For example, "I guess I prefer tea over coffee," or "maybe we could try that sometime."
And when you want to change the topic smoothly, use phrases like, "By the way," or "Speaking of that," or "Oh, that reminds me."
You can also show excitement with phrases like, "That must be fun. I'd love to do that too." Or, "You're really lucky."
And always remember to compliment genuinely. You're really good at this. Or, you have a great sense of humor. Or, I like your ideas.
Finally, use light laughter and small expressions like, haha, or, oh, or, wow. These make the conversation feel friendly and natural.
When you mix curiosity, reactions, compliments, and short confirmations, your English will sound confident, kind, and easygoing.
One way to make your conversation feel natural is to share common interests. For example, if they say, "I like movies," you can reply, "Me too. What kind of movies do you enjoy?"
Yes, and then you can react with excitement, like, no way, I love that genre too. Or, really, that's my favorite as well.
You can also ask for opinions to show interest. Say things like, "What do you think about that? Do you like it?" Or, "Which one do you prefer?"
Another tip, share small personal experiences to keep the chat balanced. For example, I went to that place last year. It was amazing. Or I tried that once and it was really fun.
And use encouraging words when they tell you something. Phrases like, "That's awesome. You did a great job." Or, "I'm impressed." Make the conversation positive.
You can also ask follow-up questions after their answers. For example, how long have you been doing that? Or who do you usually go with? Or what's your favorite part?
Short reaction phrases help too, like, "Wow, really? That's cool." Or, "No way." These keep the energy up.
And don't forget light humor to make the chat fun. Say, ha ha, that's funny. Or, you're joking, right?
Using linking phrases helps move smoothly between topics like, by the way, or speaking of that, or oh, that reminds me.
You can also agree politely with phrases like, exactly, I totally agree, for sure, or definitely.
And when the conversation flows naturally, sprinkle small confirmations like, uh-huh, yeah, I see, or right. These make you sound attentive and friendly.
Mixing shared interests, opinions, reactions, and small confirmations makes your English sound friendly, natural, and confident when meeting new people.
To keep a conversation comfortable, it's important to listen carefully and respond naturally. You can use phrases like, I see, uh-huh, that makes sense, or I understand.
Yes, and when someone shares something exciting or surprising, react with energy, like, wow, that's amazing. No way, that's so cool.
Another tip is to echo their words. For example, if they say, I love painting, you can reply, painting? That sounds fun. What do you usually paint?
You can also ask open-ended questions to encourage them to talk more, like, how did you start that? Or what's your favorite part? Or can you tell me more about it?
Using interest phrases makes the conversation lively. Like, that reminds me, speaking of that, or by the way, helps switch topics naturally.
And small reaction words like, uh-huh, or oh, really, or wow, make your conversation sound friendly and full of emotion.
Sharing small personal stories keeps the chat balanced. For example, I tried that once and it was fun, or I felt the same way last week.
You can also give compliments or encouragement like, that's impressive, you're really good at that, or keep it up.
And don't forget agreement phrases to show you relate, like exactly, I totally agree, I feel the same, or for sure.
Finally, use smooth transitions to change topics, like, by the way, or speaking of that, or oh, that reminds me. These make your conversation flow naturally.
Combining listening, reactions, follow-up questions, and smooth transitions makes your English sound friendly, natural, and confident when meeting new people.
Another way to make conversation smooth is to show empathy when your friend shares something personal. You can say, I understand how you feel, or that makes sense, or I can relate to that.
Yes, and when something exciting happens, show enthusiasm, like, wow, that's amazing. No way, that's awesome. Or I'm so happy for you.
You can also ask curious questions to keep the chat going, like, really? How did that happen? Or what was your favorite part? Or who were you with?
And remember to share a little about yourself so the conversation feels balanced. For example, I tried that once and it was fun. Or I enjoy doing that too on weekends.
Using short reactions helps the conversation feel alive. Words like, uh-huh, or right, I see, or yeah, show you're listening carefully without interrupting.
And don't forget small compliments, like, you're really good at that, or I like how you explained it, or you seem very talented.
If you want to change the topic naturally, use phrases like, by the way, or speaking of that, or oh, that reminds me.
And you can agree or connect using phrases like, exactly, I feel the same way, for sure, or I totally agree.
And when something is funny or lighthearted, react with, haha, that's funny, or you're joking, right? Or you made me laugh.
Finally, add interest phrases to extend the conversation, like, tell me more, or go on, or what happened next. These phrases keep the chat flowing naturally.
Using empathy, reactions, compliments, and follow-up questions makes your English sound friendly, engaging, and confident when talking to new people.
When chatting with a new friend, it's important to encourage them to share more. You can say, go on, or what happened next, or I'd love to hear more about that.
Yes, and when they tell a story, show excitement with phrases like, wow, that's amazing! No way, that's awesome! Or, I can't believe it!
You can also connect with them by sharing similar experiences. For example, I've tried that too, or I felt the same way last week.
Using small reaction words keeps the chat natural, like, uh-huh, or right, I see, or exactly.
Don't forget positive comments like, that's so cool, or you're really talented, or I like how you explained that.
Follow-up questions help the conversation continue, like, how did you feel? Or, what was the best part? Or, who else was there?
Use linking phrases to move smoothly between topics, like, by the way, speaking of that, or, oh, that reminds me.
Agreement phrases like, I totally agree, I feel the same, for sure, or exactly show connection.
Add small laughs or sounds like, or, oh, or wow, to keep the conversation light and friendly.
By mixing encouragement, reactions, shared experiences, and smooth transitions, your English will sound confident, engaging, and natural when meeting new friends.
To make your conversation stronger, it's important to use supportive phrases. For example, that's impressive. You're doing great. Or, I'm happy for you.
And when they share exciting news, show real enthusiasm, like, wow, that's amazing, or no way, I'm so happy for you, or that's fantastic.
Ask follow-up questions to keep them talking, like, how did that happen? What was the best part? Or, who were you with?
Sharing small personal stories makes the conversation feel balanced. For example, I tried something similar last month, or I felt the same way recently.
Use short confirmation words like, uh-huh, I see, right, or yeah, to show attentiveness.
Compliments are key. You're really talented, or I like your ideas, or that's awesome.
Smooth topic transitions help the chat flow, like, by the way, speaking of that, or, oh, that reminds me.
Actually, exactly. I totally agree, or I feel the same way, or for sure, also connect you.
Small laughs or sounds like, or, oh, or wow, make the conversation friendly and relaxed.
Using supportive phrases, reactions, shared experiences, and smooth transitions helps your English sound natural, warm, and confident, perfect for meeting new friends.
Hi, Harry. Let's start our shadowing practice today. Imagine we meet for the first time. I can say, "Hi, I'm Sufia. Nice to meet you."
Hi, Sufia. Nice to meet you too. I'm Harry. How's your day going?
My day's going great, thanks. And you?
I'm having a good day too.
That's awesome. So, is this your first time here?
Yes, it is. I just moved to the city recently.
Oh, welcome. Where did you move from?
I moved from Dhaka. How about you?
I've lived here for a few years.
That's nice. Maybe you can show me some good places around.
Of course. Do you like coffee shops or parks more?
I love coffee shops, but I enjoy parks too.
Great. There's a nice cafe nearby.
Sounds perfect. I'd love to go sometime.
So, what do you usually do on weekends?
I usually read, listen to music, or hang out with friends. How about you?
I like exploring new places and trying new food.
That's fun. Maybe we can explore together sometime.
Definitely. It's always better with company.
Exactly. It's more fun when you share it with friends.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I mostly listen to pop and jazz. You?
I enjoy pop and some acoustic songs too.
Oh, we have similar taste in music. That's cool.
Yes. Do you play any instruments?
I play a little guitar, but still learning.
That's great. I've always wanted to learn guitar.
Maybe I can show you some basic chords sometime.
I'd love that.
Perfect. That'll be fun.
So, do you like movies?
Yes, I love action and comedy movies.
Same here. We should watch a movie together sometime.
Absolutely. That sounds fun.
I'm glad we met today.
Me too. It's always nice to make new friends.
Agreed. Let's keep in touch.
Yes, let's exchange contacts and meet again soon.
Perfect. Looking forward to it.
Me too. Can't wait.
I think our shadowing practice is going really well.
Yes, repeating these phrases makes them feel natural.
Exactly. The more we practice, the easier it gets.
Let's keep going and try some new phrases next time.
Sure, I'm ready for more.
So, Harry, sometimes there's a pause in conversation. You can fill it with small phrases like, "So, that's interesting," or "I was just thinking."
Yeah. And if someone looks shy, you can say, "Don't worry, I'm a little shy too." Or, "Take your time. I like listening."
Positive comments help too, like, "You're really easy to talk to," or "You explain things so well," or "You seem like a fun person."
Open questions are great. Like, what do you usually do on weekends? What kind of movies do you like? Or, how do you spend your free time?
And then you can reply naturally about yourself, like, "I usually go out with friends," or "I like relaxing at home with a good movie."
Small reaction words make the chat lively. Like, "That's awesome. I'd love to try that." Or, "That sounds relaxing." Or, "That must be fun."
Linking phrases help move smoothly between topics, like, "Actually," "To be honest," "You know," or "Well."
For example, "Well, I don't go out much, but I like reading." Or, "Actually, I prefer quiet places."
Shared experiences connect people, like, "I know what you mean," or "That happens to me too," or "Yeah, I've had the same experience."
And when something is funny, react with, "Ha ha ha, that's hilarious." Or, "You're joking, right?"
Light laughter and small expressions like or "Oh," or or "Wow" make the chat friendly and relaxed.
And using short agreements like "exactly," "definitely," "for sure," or "I totally agree" shows connection.
Curiosity keeps the conversation flowing, like, "Really? How did that happen? What was that like?" Or "Can you explain more?"
React with energy, like, "Wow, that's amazing!" Or, "No way, that's so cool!" Or, "I can't believe it!"
Share small personal feelings, like, "I feel the same way," or "That makes me happy too," or I was thinking about that recently.
Friendly encouragement helps. Like, that sounds great, keep it up. Or, I'm sure you're doing amazing. Or, you should be proud of that.
Short confirmations like, uh-huh, yeah, right, or I see, make you sound attentive.
Echoing part of what they said shows interest. Like, you play guitar? That sounds fun. What songs do you like?
Soft phrases like, I guess, maybe, or kind of, make your speech sound natural.
And for topic changes, try, by the way, speaking of that, or, oh, that reminds me.
Express excitement, like, that must be fun, or I'd love to do that too, or you're really lucky.
Small laughs or expressions like haha or ooh or wow keep the conversation light.
Using curiosity, reactions, compliments, and smooth transitions makes your English friendly, natural, and confident.
Harry, to keep the conversation going, encourage your friend to share more. You can say, go on, what happened next? Or I'd love to hear more about that.
And when they tell a story, react with excitement. Wow, that's amazing! No way! Or I can't believe it.
Sharing similar experiences helps connection, like, I've done that too, or I felt the same way last month.
Short reactions make the chat natural. Uh-huh. Right. I see. Exactly.
Positive comments make the conversation warmer, like, that's so cool, you're really talented, or I like how you explain that.
Follow-up questions help continue the chat, like, how did you feel? What was the best part? Or who else was there?
Linking phrases help move smoothly between topics, like, by the way, or speaking of that, or oh, that reminds me.
Agreement phrases show connection, like, I totally agree. I feel the same. For sure. Or exactly.
Small laughs and sounds like haha or ooh or wow make the conversation friendly and relaxed.
Using encouragement, reactions, shared experiences, and smooth transitions makes your English confident, engaging, and natural.
Show empathy when your friend shares something personal, like, I understand how you feel, or that makes sense, or I can relate to that.
And when exciting news comes, react with enthusiasm. Wow, that's amazing! No way, I'm so happy for you. Or, that's fantastic.
Ask curious questions like, really? How did that happen? What was your favorite part? Or who were you with?
Share small personal stories to keep the chat balanced, like, I tried something similar last month, or I felt the same way recently.
Short confirmation words show attentiveness, like, aha, I see, right, or yeah.
Compliments help the talk feel warm. You're really talented, or I like your ideas, or that's awesome.
Smooth topic transitions, like, by the way, or speaking of that, or oh, that reminds me.
Agreement phrases connect you, like exactly, or I totally agree. I feel the same way, or for sure.
Light laughter and expressions like haha or oh or wow make the chat friendly and relaxed.
Using supportive phrases, reactions, shared experiences, and smooth transitions makes your English natural, warm, and confident when talking with new friends.
Harry, I think we've covered so many useful phrases today in our shadowing practice. It really helps to repeat and practice them until they feel natural.
Absolutely. I can already feel my English sounding more friendly and confident. It's amazing how small phrases, reactions, and follow-up questions make such a difference.
And don't forget, using short confirmations, agreement phrases, and shared experiences makes every conversation feel real and smooth.
Plus, adding light laughter, excitement, and supportive words really makes a new friend feel comfortable and welcomed.
Exactly. That's why practicing shadowing is so powerful. The more you repeat these conversations, the easier it becomes to chat naturally with new people.
And it's not just about memorizing phrases, it's about using tone, rhythm, and emotion to make your English sound alive.
Right. And don't worry about mistakes. Even if you make one, just keep the conversation flowing. That's what real English speakers do.
I feel more confident to meet new people now. I can use reactions, questions, and comments naturally, and even add my own stories.
And remember, practice makes perfect. The more you practice shadowing, the more comfortable you'll feel in real-life conversations.
Let's keep practicing regularly. Soon, talking with new friends will feel fun, easy, and natural.
Exactly. And always enjoy the process. Learning English can be friendly, exciting, and full of new connections.
Thanks, Sophia. I'm excited for our next shadowing session.
Me too, Harry. Keep practicing, stay confident, and remember, every conversation is a chance to make a new friend and improve your English.
All right, Harry, that was a great shadowing session today.
Yes, it really helped me practice speaking naturally.
Remember to keep using these phrases and reactions in your daily conversations.
I will. Thanks for guiding me through this shadowing practice.
You're welcome. Keep practicing, stay confident, and enjoy every conversation.
Definitely. Can't wait for our next session.
Bye, everyone. Keep learning and making new friends.
Bye. See you next time.